Almost all the hematolymphoid malignancies, and in hematolymphoid malignancies come leukemia, lymphoma and myeloma. So we covered leukemia, we covered non-Hodgkin lymphoma and myeloma. Only one thing is remaining, that is Hodgkin lymphoma. So how do lymphoma present? They arise as a soft tissue mass or a discrete mass, while leukemia, they present or they involve the blood and the bone marrow. So this is basic difference. So today's topic is Hodgkin lymphoma. Hodgkin lymphoma. In Hodgkin lymphoma, the main thing is RS cell. So Hodgkin lymphoma, on the name of the Thomas Hodgkin, and the neoplastic cell in the Hodgkin lymphoma are the RS cells, and these Reed-Steinberg cells are B cells. These are the B cells. So Hodgkin on the name of the Thomas Hodgkin, and RS, that is Reed-Steinberg, on the name of scientist Reed and Steinberg, and they are the neoplastic cells and they arise from the B cells, germinal B cells. So Hodgkin lymphoma, there are of classical and the non-classical type. I will tell you in detail also. So before that, the important thing is pathogenesis. What is the pathogenesis of the Hodgkin lymphoma? So in the pathogenesis, the important thing is NFK beta. And what is this NFK beta? It is a transcriptional factor. So NFK beta is going to activate in the case of the Hodgkin lymphoma. And what are the things that activate the NFK beta? These are the Epstein-Barr virus. So EB virus, that is Epstein-Barr virus, going to stimulate or going to activate this NFK beta. Other thing is these Epstein-Barr virus infected cells, that is tumor cells. These are the tumor cells infected with the Epstein-Barr virus. They present the membrane protein, and these membrane protein, they transmit the signal that upregulate the NFK beta. So again, NFK beta is going to overexpress or activated. Or the third thing is REL proto-oncogen, REL proto-oncogen. It is present on the chromosome number 2p. So gain in this REL proto-oncogen going to activate this NFK beta. So these are the things that activate the NFK beta. The one thing is negatively regulate this NFK beta is TNF alpha, or we can say AIP3. So this is gene located on the chromosome number 6, and the product of this gene is protein 20, that is A20. So the gene is TNF alpha, TNF AIP3, located on the chromosome number 6, and the protein is A20. So this is going to negatively regulate this NFK beta. So we can say this act as a tumor suppressor gene. But when there is an infection with the Epstein-Barr virus, they suppress this gene. So ultimately we can say this Epstein-Barr virus going to activate NFK beta. So the one thing is negative regulator of this NFK beta, and the all other are the positively stimulator of NFK beta. So this is the main pathogenesis. And the neoplastic cells, I told you, RS cells. And so whenever the term Hodgkin lymphoma is there, you have to remember there are Reed-Steinberg cells. So RS cells will be there. They are surrounded by the reactive cells. So RS cells are the neoplastic, and the surrounding cells are the reactive cells. So what type of Hodgkin lymphoma it is? So in particular type of the Hodgkin lymphoma, there are different type of the RS cells will be there. I will take this thing in the detail. So there are classical and the non-classical Hodgkin lymphoma. So first is nodular sclerosis, then mixed cellularity Hodgkin lymphoma, then lymphocyte rich, then lymphocyte depleted, and lymphocyte predominant. So don't confuse lymphocyte predominant with the lymphocyte rich. So these four, nodular sclerosis, mixed, lymphocyte rich, lymphocyte depleted, they are called classical Hodgkin lymphoma. So they are called classical Hodgkin lymphoma, and lymphocyte predominant, they are the this is non-classical Hodgkin lymphoma. They share some common immunophenotyping feature, like in lymphocyte predominant, BCL6 is positive, CD20 is positive, and EMA is positive. While in all these four, that is in four classical type of Hodgkin lymphoma, the positive is CD15 and CD30, while CD45, that is common leukocyte antigen, is negative. So, and here the CD15 is negative and CD30 is negative. So this is classical and this is non-classical. The important thing in the nodular sclerosis is type of the RS cells. The type of the RS cell in the case of the nodular sclerosis is of lacunar type. Lacunar type, I'll tell you in detail what is lacunar. And the mixed mononuclear type of the RS cell here, or sometime classical type of the RS cell here, also the mononuclear. Here also there is a pleomorphic type, or sometime we can use a necrobiotic or mummified type of the RS cell. So pleomorphic or mononuclear type of the RS cell is there. And in the case of the lymphocyte predominant, that is in case of the non-classical, the LNH lymphocytic or histocytic type of the RS cell is there, or we can say popcorn type of the RS cell is there. How do this RS cell look like? RS cell look like this is normally about 45 micron, means 7 times the size of the small lymphocyte or RBC. This is size of the RS cell. There is sometime can be single nucleus, sometime having the multiple nucleus, or sometime having the single nucleus but multilobulation is there. So these are the kind variation. What is there in the case of the and in the classical RS cell, in the classic, I am showing you the classical RS cell. In the classical RS cells, the identical 2 nucleus is there, and the prominent eosinophilic inclusion like nucleoli is there. So they look like oval eye appearance, because there is a perinuclear halo. So this look like a halo. So this is classical type of the RS cell is there. And what is lacunar type? In the lacunar, word lacuna means space is there. So during the sectioning, the cytoplasm retract. So just boundary, the cytoplasmic boundary is visualized, the cell cytoplasm is not going to visualize because of the formalin. So, and if you use the fixative B5 or the Janker solution, then we can visualize this cell. But in the normal formalin fixed histological smear, we cannot see the cytoplasm. So the lacuna, because there is cytoplasm is not seen. So the lacunar type of the RS cell is there. In the case of the mixed mononuclear, means mononuclear type of the RS cell will be there, and the lymphocyte rich again mononuclear, and the pleomorphic, the shape is very bizarre type of the RS cell is there, and the lymphocyte histocytic type of the RS cell, it is again polypoid type of the nucleus is there. The important thing, these here I told you about the malignant cells, about the malignant B cell, neoplastic cells. What is the background or the status of the reactive cell? In the case of the mixed, the population is of reactive cell population is of mixed variety, means mixed variety of the cell will be there. This is RS cell surrounded by the mixed variety, means eosinophil, plasma cell or macrophage and lymphocyte. So the reactive population is a mixture of the cell. In the case of the lymphocyte rich, all cell will be there, but reactive cells, all kind of the cell will be there, but importantly lymphocyte will be more and more in the number. So rich in the lymphocyte, and the lymphocyte depleted lymphocytes are decreased. So when the lymphocytes are decreased, the prognosis is bad, and when more and more lymphocytes are there, the prognosis is good. So this is the reactive nature, what is the reactive kind of the cell, and this is what is the malignant kind of the cell. Now what is the predominant cell age group? So age group wise, all these three means mixed, lymphocyte rich and the lymphocyte depleted, they are seen in the old age group, while nodular sclerosis is seen in the young age group and lymphocyte predominant again in the young age group. The important thing in the case of the mixed type of the classical Hodgkin lymphoma, biphasic appearance. Biphasic means there are two phases in the life, means in the young age and second peak in the old age, means greater than 55-year age the second peak and the first peak is 15 to 30 year of the age group. So two peak can be seen in our lifetime. So this is about the age group. Now male, this is common, this is the only Hodgkin lymphoma equally affect male and female, while in all other male is more common than female. Prognosis wise, in nodular sclerosis, excellent prognosis is excellent, while in the, and again in the case of the lymphocyte predominant, that is non-classical, again excellent prognosis. And the poor prognosis is seen in the lymphocyte depleted, because I told you lymphocytes are decreased, so prognosis is poor, while remaining two the prognosis is good. So excellent prognosis is seen in the nodular and lymphocyte predominant. And what is the status of the Epstein-Barr virus infection? Epstein-Barr virus, that is EBV virus, may or may not be seen, while in the case of the lymphocyte predominant, Epstein-Barr virus is negative. There is no association of the Epstein-Barr virus, while in remaining three, Epstein-Barr virus is positive. So this is the thing. Normally, now come toward the, so this was all difference between the all the type of the Hodgkin lymphoma and the nodular. Why do the word nodular sclerosis? Means there is a formation of the nodule, and in the lymphocyte predominant again there is a formation of nodule. So morphologically or histologically they will look like nodules. So nodules are there and they are separated by the collagen. They are separated by the collagen. So collagen are in between the interlobular stroma, there is a internodular stroma, there is collagen, and the formation of the nodules is there. So there is a sclerosis, means collagen means sclerosis. So sclerosis is there in the case of the nodular sclerosis. So nodule formation as well as the sclerosis because of the collagen. And in again this is seen in the lymphocyte predominant. Now these RS cell secrete certain cytokines, that is interleukin 5, interleukin 10, or chemokine, that is eotaxin or galactin 1. So they are going, so what do? They increase the population of the reactive cells. So more and more reactive cell will be there. And what do the reactive cell do? The reactive cell secretes some growth factor that decreases your cell mediated immunity. Cell mediated immunity. So cell mediated immunity is lower down in the case of the Hodgkin lymphoma, because CD4 plus T cells and CD8 plus T cells are going to decrease, while regulatory T cells are increased. So there is a energy or cutaneous immune unresponsiveness is seen in the case of the Hodgkin lymphoma. Now coming toward the clinical feature. How do they present? Clinical feature, they present as a painless lymphadenopathy. There is no pain in lymph node, and the main difference in the Hodgkin and the non-Hodgkin lymphoma is Hodgkin lymphoma, they involve in a stepwise manner, means one lymph node is involved, then nearby lymph node is involved. So they involved in stepwise manner. Lymph node are involved in stepwise manner, while in the non-Hodgkin lymphoma, haphazard involvement, means there is a jumping. One lymph node of here, then other lymph node of inguinal, or mesenteric lymph node or Walder group of the lymph node. So there is a haphazard group of the lymph node are going to involve in the non-Hodgkin, while in the case of the Hodgkin, stepwise manner. So, and the important thing is painless lymphadenopathy. There is a no pain. The other thing is weight loss, fatigue and fever. And fever, type of the fever is pale abstain type of the fever, means continuously fever for 7 days or for weeks, then there is a no fever, then again there is a fever. So this is pale abstain type of the fever is there. So this is type B symptom. In the 30% of the cases, patient of the Hodgkin lymphoma present with the type B symptom. The other, because of the decreased cell mediated immunity, erythema nodosum, then cerebral degenerations sometimes seen. So these are the clinical feature, and the important thing is there is a pain in the lymph node after taking alcohol. So pain after taking in the lymph node after taking alcohol. So these are the clinical feature. Now stages wise, now there are 4 stages, and how do we stage them? We stage them on the basis of the radiology of this thorax, radiology of the abdomen, radiology of the pelvis, then via the biopsy. So we stage by these modalities. So there are on Ann Arbor staging, 4 stages, 1, 2 and 3 and 4. So number 1 stage means only single lymph node is involved and single extra lymphatic site, and the stage 2, there are more than 2 group of the lymph node are involved, or extra lymphatic site, localized extra lymphatic site, but same side of the diaphragm, either above the diaphragm or lower down the diaphragm. And the category 3, both side of the group of the lymph node, means above the diaphragm as well as lower down of the diaphragm, means diaphragm के ऊपर और diaphragm के नीचे, both side of the group lymph node are involved. And the stage 4, disseminated involvement of the lymph node is there, and they can be associated with this type B symptom or with or without the symptom also. So these are the staging. So stage 1 and 2 have excellent prognosis. Survival rate is more than 90%, and stage 3rd and 4th, again 5-year survival is more than 60%. So if we talk about the overall prognosis is very good in the case of the Hodgkin lymphoma. That's why if you have to choose कि do you want to prefer Hodgkin lymphoma or non-Hodgkin lymphoma, so we have to prefer कि yes, if God want to give anybody any lymphoma, then prefer Hodgkin lymphoma because the prognosis is very good. So in the case of the nodular sclerosis and lymphocyte predominant, majority of the case are stage 1 and 2, while in the mixed and the lymphocyte depleted, they follow the stage 3 and 4. In treatment, as the prognosis is very good because of some radiotherapy or alkylating agent, but it is seen that patient who have taken or who had prior treatment with the radiotherapy, they develop some secondary malignancies. So nowadays targeted therapy is used, and we use anti-CD30, so antibody. So this is we use for targeted therapy. For Hodgkin lymphoma is 4 type of the classical Hodgkin lymphoma, that is nodular sclerosis, mixed, lymphocyte rich and lymphocyte depleted, and the other one is non-classical Hodgkin lymphoma, that is lymphocyte predominant. So you have to remember in this format only, means first nodular sclerosis, then mixed, lymphocyte rich, depleted and lymphocyte predominance, because this is in this pattern only कि nodular sclerosis is most common, followed by mixed, followed by rich, depleted, and the least common is lymphocyte predominant. And in India, most common is mixed cellularity. Overall, most common is nodular sclerosis. But in India, mixed cellularity. And if we talk about association with the HIV, then you have to remember lymphocyte depleted. Lymphocyte depleted is associated with the HIV. So these first 4 are classical and the last one is non-classical. And remember in this format only, NS mixed, rich, depleted and predominant. Age group first and last is young age group. Nodular sclerosis and lymphocyte predominant young age group, and these in middle one are of old age group, while mixed cellularity in biphagic age group. Male female equal in nodular sclerosis, other all show male predominance. Epstein-Barr virus is positive in these middle three, while lymphocyte predominance so Epstein-Barr virus negativity, means no association. Excellent prognosis is seen in nodular sclerosis as well as lymphocyte predominance. Other middle ones show good, while lymphocyte depleted show poor prognosis. Marker CD classical show 15 and 30 positivity. CD 15 and 30 positivity by OR4 because they are classical, while CD20 EMA and BCL6 is positive in the lymphocyte predominant or non-classical. So, and the variety of the RS cell in nodular sclerosis, lacunar cells, in other one mononuclear, in the lymphocyte depleted pleomorphic, and L and H type of RS cell are seen in lymphocyte predominant. So you just remember this table only. So this was all about for Hodgkin lymphoma. Thank you very much. I have completed your all hematolymphoid malignancy.